only wanted to test you. Thank you very much for answering. So, hello, Dan Raku. Nice to meet you here. What a pleasure. And Stinky said the audio is not working. It's working again. Yes. When I work with my tools to install my holder for my communication module. This is my communication module. I need this to watch the chat, that I can see what you are writing. And I always had this in my hand. And this was not chilling. And therefore I said, why not putting a little stand here? Fix some stands and put the device here. And now I'm free. This is what I said before. I'm free. The communication device is in front of me. I like this. Because when you have a cup of coffee while orbiting Mars, it must be chilling. So if you're chilling also, and now it's even better. Cheers, my friends. Because you always have the communication module in your hand. Sometimes the display twists and it's even boring. But now it's installed. It's there. I can watch. When someone has the desire to write something, then it's in front of my eyes. These are nearly 25 centimeters. Good. Another small monitor. There's so much monitors. Why not have another small one? Yes. So I hope you're doing fine. How was your week? If anybody wants to share something, you can do it. If not, you can keep it as another secret. Yes. Yes. It's good to have the possibility to put it a little more in the corner. Yes. Every millimeter counts. Every millimeter, every centimeter counts. Yes, this is a good idea. I like this. It should be even on the other side. No, it's okay. It's okay. So at the moment, we can celebrate a chilling coffee. There are 3 people visiting, orbiting together with me. And the other person is my monitor. Yes. The audio must be back, as the level confirms. The audio is going out. Yes, this is edition number 3 of another chilling cup of coffee in the orbit of Mars. And to explain it again, this is all about relaxing. Here's no sales. I sell nothing. I even won't buy nothing at the moment. Only enjoying another chilling cup of coffee. And when you have an idea, during the week I also thought I could even mention the stream another inspiring cup of coffee. But I think no. I stay with another chilling cup of coffee, because when we are chilling, the inspiration comes automatically. So we don't have to beg for inspiration. When we are relaxed, when we are chilling, the inspiration comes naturally. Then Rocco said, I thought it was hot coffee. It is a hot coffee. You came late into this stream. As I mentioned before, the last time the coffee, this was a stream around 1 hour. And in this hour, the coffee at the end got cold because I had a heater, but this heater didn't have a lot of power. But I think this can't go on. When I really want to have a chilling cup of coffee, I have to feel good. And then the coffee must be hot. Nothing better than a strong, hot coffee. And then I was looking in the other container to find a stronger heater, and I found one. I found a heater, and the scale has 10 numbers. At the moment, I'm at 1.5, because when I put it to 10, the coffee will boil. This is too much. So, but there's a sensor in it, and when the temperature, I made a test. Nothing comes in the stream when it's not tested. Everything should survive the test, and when it passes the test, then it's ready to be in the stream. And this heater passed the test. So 1.5, 1.25 is good. And the coffee stays hot. I made an experiment. I had a cup of coffee during the week. I tested it. I had some time, and I put a cup of coffee, and I made some EVAs, some activities outside the spaceship, and the coffee stayed warm, nearly hot, for 4 hours. And then I said, this is good. This will serve the whole stream. Then Raku asked, why not use a thermos? Yes, I thought about this. But in this, it can get cold also. And you also have to... And I wanted to resolve this with the heater. And yes, I found the heater. So now it stays the next 4 hours. But I think the stream won't last 4 hours. Will stay hot. Yes. And I even found a bigger cup of coffee. That fits well to the heater. Yes, space in the universe and a hot cup of coffee orbiting Mars. And Stinky wrote a measurement. Really hot. Yes. Good. Good. I'm so happy that I have my hands free. I don't have to hold my communication device in my hands. No. It's installed. This is good. I like this. This should be completely comfortable. So I hope you're sitting in your chair or in your couch or in front of your monitor, making some calculations. Yes. I'm impressed by this new heater. Everything we need. We need to have a connection to planet Earth and a good cup of coffee. The system is of autopilot. It makes its rounds so often. So it's well programmed. I should even make a how do we say this? A picture looking behind behind the curtain, looking behind the. How do we say this? I don't know. How do we say this? Looking behind the curtains, looking behind the scenes, or yes. Behind the scenes, yes, exactly. Thank you very much for reminding me. Good. A behind the scenes picture. Okay, I can't show the spaceship completely because this is a secret. Some things we could show. A cup of coffee, we can show it. Normally we have a lot of machines behind, but we put a blank screen behind and some lights, because behind normally there is a lot of equipment, a lot of machines, terminals, but this is not this pleasant. This is not good for making a broadcast. The coffee keeps hot if I want a day. I tested this for 4 hours and it stays hot until, and I even tested the coffee, but the coffee, it didn't become bad. It still was drinkable. No, it was still good coffee. So, but this coffee won't last that long. But I made a test at least to see how long the coffee stays cold. No, how long the coffee stays hot. And the coffee passed the test. Yes. I even imagine when this heater doesn't work, so I have to go and look for some old equipment, pull it apart, get some transistors and coils to make an induction heater. I thought, why not making a mini induction heater to keep the coffee warm? Because there are these USB coffee heaters, but they don't have a lot of power. They don't. But I thought, why not making an mini induction heater for a coffee? I think this is not well known. Then Rocco said, I like coffee when it has cooled down a bit. Flavors come out more when it cools. Yes. Okay. When it's boiling, you only burn your tongue. This is not the way. It has to be hot, but not too hot. Yeah, everybody has a different taste. But you're right. When it's too hot, you burn your lips, your tongue, and this is no pleasure. So we have coffee specialists here. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Oh, isn't this chilling? Do you know the time? I think it's already 10 years past, where you could go to an internet cafe. You could drink a coffee in a place, and you could even, there were computers and a monitor. You can drink a coffee and go to the internet. I think this is no more spread. These internet coffees, it's already over, because everybody has internet at home. But this was nearly the same intention, to have a cup of coffee and go into the internet. We make it a little different. We make a virtual cafe. So we have to get online to get into this space, to meet people that are chilling, having their cup of coffee. So in the former times, you went into a cafe, you bought your coffee, you were drinking your coffee, and meanwhile you could go into the internet. And here it's different. First you go into the internet and then we can have the coffee together. So first you have to enter this space coffee and then we can chill. In former times it was different. You went to a location where you had a coffee, and during this time you could even go into the internet. Then Raku asked, what do you use to make coffee? Oh, there's several ways. Sometimes I make a real coffee with coffee beans or even grained. And sometimes when it should be quickly, then we can use even instant coffee. There's so many coffee beans, stronger beans, medium beans, soft beans, and I prefer the variety. I don't drink always the same coffee because it also gets a little boring. Sometimes without sugar, sometimes a little sugar, but only a little sugar. Sometimes milk, sometimes no milk. I'm flexible. In this case, I'm really flexible. There are people that have to take the coffee always the same style. This is not with me. I mean the device you use. Drip. French press. Sometimes I have a French press, sometimes drip. For the normal coffee powder, a drip as well. When you use instant coffee, you can get a tablespoon, put the coffee in, and ready. Sometimes we can celebrate to make a good coffee. And sometimes we only want a coffee. At least for me. Sometimes only a quick coffee and ready. I'm happy with this installed communication module. I don't have to hold it in my hand. It stays there in front of me. I even could put it on the level of the lens from the camera, but I think in the corner it's good. It's not distracting too much. Once I had this is a holder, probably you know the company Manfrotto. They make a lot of stands for cameras, video cameras and photo cameras. They make nearly everything that you can put your equipment in the right position. And I have a small holder that fits exactly for a small communication module. This is wonderful. So, as you are a professional in making coffee, Denraku, what are you using? Drip, French press, or something else? Please share it. By the way, new guests are welcome. You can listen to this stream, enjoy, have your cup of coffee, and enjoy a calm moment. And when you want to say hello, it's allowed. It's fine. Then Raku also uses the French press. Good. But sometimes, at least for me, when I'm in a hurry, I make it quick. Super quick. In this case, instant coffee. There are a lot of instant coffees, and some are good, some are bad, but they are worth it. Not all of them, but some of them. I'm so happy with this holder for my communication module. I like it. Simple, super simple. Super simple, but sometimes the easy things please us more than complicated things. Oh, this was even funny. Orbiting Mars, there are also some shops orbiting Mars. And when you need something, you can go to these shops and ask for something. And I was in a shop, I was searching for something. And I said, do you have this? No, we don't have it. And we had a small conversation. And at the end, the woman that was serving in the shop, I will give you a package of coffee. I said, wow, how's this? Yes, we have some promotional coffee, and she gave me a promotional bag of coffee. Do you want the beans or you want it already ready for use? I said, oh, I preferred ready to use. And then I got a packet of coffee, and I went out and thank you very much. This was interesting. Always surprises can happen. When you least expect it, then you get a surprise. Wow, how could this be? So the time here is the Mars time is 11 p.m. and 7 minutes. What's the time in your location? Let's make a time comparison. Then Rocco said 5 o'clock. Might be 5 o'clock p.m. Earth time. And Stinky Scrubber says, same as Dan Racco, also 5 o'clock Earth time. 5 o'clock p.m. Earth time. So now I will increase the heater a little. Let's see. Yes. During 1 hour, we are orbiting Mars one time. I even got a message live on my channel. Another cup of chilling coffee. They even give the information to myself. Why not? At least I'm informed that I'm really online. Imagine I would go online and I don't know it. I even thought, when I go into this space coffee today and there's no one, I can even read a manual. Because there are so many machines here, so many manuals, and sometimes it's, when we have a little time, we can even look a little in the manual, because when you look into the menu, we always find something interesting. We can't know everything, Stinky scrublet said spooky. What is spooky? I'm curious. What is spooky? This message has 1 minute. Probably he's already writing what he finds spooky. Meanwhile, we enjoy a calm moment. Probably Stinky Scrubble is riding really relaxed. I increased the heater a little and I feel it. The coffee became even hotter. But it's still good. This really reminds me, because a live stream on the internet is like a form of a broadcast. We have music, we have the sound, the voice, and we even have a picture. Spooky. Sorry, I was saying if you were online and didn't know it. If you were online, yes. Imagine I were online and I didn't know it. Yes. Probably we are watched all the time. Now Stinky Scrubble is inspired. We talk the whole time of a good chilling cup of coffee, and now he feels the desire to make a cup of coffee for his own. I think I will make a cup of coffee. Yes, this is a good decision. What I wanted to mention before, when we are starting a broadcast, at the beginning there are no listeners, there are no viewers, but we have to start it. You can't say, I will make the broadcast when there are viewers. No, this doesn't go this way. First, you have to start the broadcast, even with 0 viewers, listeners. But then comes one, comes another one, comes another one, comes another one, and then you grow the audience. For sure, you have to have your patience. And the good thing, while drinking a chilling cup of coffee, everything can happen. This is the good thing. Some people told me, when you make a stream, you should have a topic. But I said, yes, we can make a video. We can even change a topic and produce a video, and then you can inform about the topic. You don't even have to have the communication. When anybody has any question, they can put it in the comment. But the good thing in the stream is that we have the possibility of interacting, because sharing some information about a topic is another way of communication. You have something that is interesting to somebody, then they watch the stream, they want to get the information. But a stream is different. A stream is spontaneous. Whatever happens, happens. And we don't know what happens. this is so flexible. We have to share, we have the chance, we have the possibility to share our communication in the moment. So when something pops up, we can talk about this. If not, we can chill and get another sip of coffee. So a live stream as a broadcast is more about interaction. The same as when you go into a restaurant. You don't know what will happen. Okay, you plan to drink a coffee or a beer, or you get into a restaurant, you want some pizza or some pasta. This is your intention. But what really happened there, you don't know. The place could be full and you get not even a table and you have to look for another restaurant. Or you have a interesting conversation about an old friend you meet, or about a new person. There's a spontaneous conversation and you change some Q&As. So when you make a live stream, you never know what happens. This is for the viewer, for the listener, and for the creator. It's always something new. We don't know what happens. And I'm so happy. I don't have to even held my communication device in my hands. I'm free. I'm free. So Stinky, are you ready? Having your coffee in your hands? And Dan Raku, who also likes coffee. Do you have your coffee in your hands or on your table? I hope you do. Meanwhile, I'll greet all the new guests. It would be a pleasure. Would you at least give a hello? Then Raku said, he is a slow poke. Okay. I think the viewer counter here is a little more accurate. I think it is. So let me check the coffee. It's quite hot. Stinky said, wow, why are you sharing your wow? What's behind this? Yes. Don't create a war. Be friends. Be friends. Probably had a little too much, I don't know, something in the coffee. What I realized, the quality of the stream during the stream is excellent. After the stream, the quality goes down, but they are working on this. They make some, I don't know what they are doing behind on the side of YouTube. And after some time, might be an hour or even more, then the stream gets its original quality again. So during the stream, the quality is perfect, as I realize. After, when the stream is closed, you have access to the stream, but the quality is really down. But after 1 or 2 hours, it has its normal quality again. Yes, probably they have to render it on their servers. It's easier to make a redirect during the stream, but then when there's a lot of data collected, they render it again and make it comfortable for their storage. This is so amazing. They have so much space for storing data. I can't imagine this. So much data. Where do they get all the hard drives from? I think they use the core of the earth to store the data. You can't buy so much hard drives. Or they're using technologies that we still can't buy in the computer shops. You think they are storing in China? Might be. This means they have so much hard drives. Amazing. And every day comes much more. It's amazing. I never Googled this, but this would be worth. But I think nobody knows it. There's only speculations. Some people speculate what they are doing, but I think nobody will know it. For example, making streams, for example, on the platform Twitch, they will be deleted after a certain time. But here, they stay. They stay. Still hot. So the experiment was well. It's proved. I can repeat it. Nothing better than have a good warm cup of coffee. Imagine the cold outside the spaceship. It's really cold. But inside the spaceship, there are so many machines, so many technical stuff, so they produce the heat automatically. We don't even have to use a heater. We only use the cooler to bring the temperature down. But in case to have a good cup of coffee, we need a heater. At least the solar arrays, they produce a lot of electricity. And and we have a lot of power. And most of the power comes from the solar arrays, not from the core of the machines. By the way, I shouldn't mention this, but sometimes it's necessary if you have any question or if anything bothers you, feel free to share it and look for some inspiration. In a communication, there's always the possibility. We can use it, but we don't have to. Sometimes it's interesting to get a broader perspective. Sometimes we try to avoid some things. A chilling cup of coffee is always flexible. Yes, I like this small heater. So Stinky, I'm missing your videos. I think it took a long time when you put another video out. I think it's time to... You're so creative. The world, especially your viewers, they are missing your new video content. And concerning Dengraku, I don't know. I have no access to your YouTube account. For sure you have a YouTube account, but you can send me the link. That would be nice. Stinky said, one day I haven't had many ideas. Sometimes we think, this idea doesn't serve, but for another person, this is interesting. Don't be so much expecting. When you have a smaller idea, make it. Sometimes when we start the video, we can improve the idea. For example, you have an idea, I don't know, this idea, no. You can, throw it away. But then you say, this idea, and when you go for this idea, and it comes another idea, and another idea, and another, and then, and you get a better idea. And then comes much more out than you thought before. So, don't think you don't have many ideas. Let the idea come. Or some people say, this might be a good idea, but today not. Probably tomorrow or next week. And when the next week comes, they forgot the idea, or no, this was not a good idea. When the idea comes, we have to make it in the moment, because when the idea comes in the first moment, then the idea has the power. But when you go with the idea even more than 48 hours or even 72 hours, then the idea weakens itself. Some people say, do I need this? I have to sleep over this. Tomorrow, I will think about this tomorrow. But tomorrow is another situation. You are in a different emotion. And tomorrow, most of the ideas that you had yesterday, they have no more value. Oh no, this is not that important. And you already threw the idea away. I think this is not a good way to treat the idea. When the idea is there, we should make a commitment and say, let's do it. And then you have still the power from the idea. But when you don't react, when the idea is still fresh, you get more and more demotivated. And then I think this is not necessary. Okay. And then this idea goes to another person. Probably this person is a little more open. Normally ideas are gifts from the universe or from your own genie. Stinky Scrabble even confirmed. Very true. Yes, there's something special with ideas. Ideas are energy. This is only a thought form. It comes. Sometimes we don't even know where the idea comes from. Sometimes we are involved and we got the idea, and sometimes we get the idea out of nothing, out of nowhere. So this is a gift from the universe. So this means the window opens, the idea is there, but when we don't react on it, the window closes again. And then the idea isn't fresh anymore. And later we think, this was not a good idea. We even say this was not a good idea, but this was a good idea. But we changed our perspective. So when the idea is there, this is a gift from the universe. We should react as soon as possible. Because when we start reacting, we bring it into reality. And then the idea can grow like a seed. When you have a seed and you say, what is this, a seed? This could become a tree or a flower. But I don't know. You throw the seed away. But when you put the seed in the ground and the rain falls down and the tree grows up, the flower grows up, and then you say, wow, this was so good that I put this small seed in the ground and now it became such a beautiful tree, a beautiful flower. I'm so happy that I did this. And every idea is a seed of a rocket, of an airplane, of a big company. The idea often seems so small that we think, this idea has not a lot of power. But this is the initial spark of something. And we underestimate the growth that an idea can develop. A seed is nearly nothing, but out of a seed can come a tree from 60 meters and even more. Out of a small thing that has nearly nothing. So ideas are very precious. And a lot of people don't react on ideas. They throw ideas away. And at the end, I have nothing. But they had so much ideas, but they didn't act on them. So I'm waiting for the next videos from Stinky. Sometimes we make something and we know, this is not very interesting. And another person, this is very interesting. It always depends. Sometimes other people give more value. Okay, even the contrary can happen. We think we make something wonderful. And another person, oh, this is nothing. So, but it doesn't matter what other people think. When you have the inspiration, then go for it. Later, some people will like it, or other people will even hate it, or other people say, I have no opinion at all. Imagine when I had my idea to put my communication module in a small holder. And now it takes a lot of effort. But it didn't take a lot of effort. These were only 2 minutes. I get the holder there. I put it in the mount. Took some moving head. Made it in the right position, and now I'm happy that I have it here. I have my hands free, and yes, this will stay here forever. But interesting, I only had this idea today. I could have had this idea in other streams, but only today I got this idea. Isn't this interesting? So ideas come and go, but when they come, we have to react on them. This is my opinion. Only another opinion. And then, oh, I missed the sentence. Sorry, then Raku. I don't make videos. Then Raku said, you don't make videos. Why not? Then Raku, do you have only one monitor? Yes, at the moment, yes. Because I only need one. Yeah, there are a lot more monitors, but I don't need them at the moment. At the moment, I can even look to this small communication device. I don't even need the other computer, but the other computer makes the stream. So, but I thought about this. Sometimes another monitor is helpful. And when I was, I think, a week ago, in the past, I was in a big computer store, and there are so many interesting monitors, big monitors, small-sized monitors. I love them. There are monitors. There are nearly 2 monitors in one. They are rounded, beautiful, beautiful, and nice colors. Yes. Then I couldn't live without another monitor. Probably. And I think it's better to have another monitor than another computer, because another computer makes a lot of noise, but a monitor doesn't make a lot of noise. Good suggestion. I will record this. Yeah, we want to see a lot, and a monitor helps to see a lot. So Stinky, are you also addicted to another monitor? Well, let's get another. There's even comes steam out of the coffee. The temperature is perfect. Okay, Stinky confirmed he also needs 2 monitors, or even 3, I don't know. So everybody has his own spaceship. Oh, yes. So I hope your coffee is still warm, or even hot. If not, get another one. Unfortunately, I can't serve you another coffee. You have to do it on your own. As there are no categories here, then it's hard to find people. This stream. This could be good, this could be bad. On the one hand, we don't have a lot of people that want to chill with us. On the other side, there are no trolls. What do you think? Stinky, yes, you are right. So many of them. So many frustrated people. I think this is even boring for the good people. They spread some negative vibration. But I think they are glued with this platform. And for some people, they think it's their hobby. They prefer to. They try to make other people angry. This means when you are already frustrated, then you can't accept when there are people having fun, so you want to disturb their fun. Instead of getting rid of the frustration. But this happens in so many areas. But no problem. There are always other solutions. There's so many solutions out there. You even can continue and try to fight with them, or you go in a completely direct, completely different location and be rid of them. Let me increase the heater a little. Yes. This is good when you have the scale. You can choose the temperature. But the idea to make a mini induction heater was a good idea. I even searched in the internet to get some plans how to make it. To wind a small induction coil, mostly you have two MOSFET transistors, some condensers, some resistance, some diodes, and nearly nothing. I think these are only 20 parts, and then this would be an interesting DIY project to make a mini induction heater. As I realized, a lot of people in India, there are a lot of people that repair stuff in so many creative ways. But sometimes we can't understand their language. Sometimes they're good in English, then you can understand, but sometimes they offer their videos in Hindi and it's hard to understand what they are trying to tell. So at the moment, in this online virtual cafe, the viewer counter says 4 guests. One is me, because I'm also in the stream to watch myself, to have the communication with you. One is Stinky Scrublet, The other one is Denraku. And there's another person. You are welcome. And you can say hello. You don't have to. If not, we send our greetings unknowingly. Probably in the future you have some ideas to say hello. The good thing is, when you have a good chilling cup of coffee together, so many things can happen. And we can use the possibility for a communication in a topic that might interest you in this moment. But when you only enjoy a chilling moment, also wonderful. I'm not selling anybody. I'm not selling a voyage to Mars, because I'm already there. I'm orbiting. And it's better for you to stay in your surroundings. Not everybody will like to orbit Mars. Everybody has a different spaceship, a different project, a different mission. Yes, I choose to be on this mission orbiting planet Mars, and sometimes to make a stream back to planet Earth. Because sometimes people have questions about other planets, other perspectives. We are all curious. And at the moment there are a lot of people sharing their videos from planet Mars. They go to the NASA websites because they are publishing all their videos that the rovers recorded, and people dive into these data and they are looking for extraterrestrial signs in the soil of planet Mars. And so many people have their own interpretations what this stone could mean, or what this stone could mean, or what this shadow could mean. But we don't have enough data yet. But we will get more. Yes, and the coffee is still hot. Still not warm, it's hot. I increased the temperature and it's too high. I have to put it down. So I think my terrestrial friends are making several things at the same computer. They are visiting the stream, but on the other hand, they are really involved in some programming. Let's call it programming or exercising or training. By the way, the night is still young here. We have 3 minutes before midnight Mars time. Much too early to go to the cabin. And as all the work is done, I have a little time to make a good stream back to planet Earth. Did you listen to the click right now? This was the thermostat from the heater. It switched the heater off. When it gets the right temperature, the heater cuts off. When the temperature falls too much, it puts the energy on. So, question to the viewers. What do you think would be better? To watch any film or to make a stream? Then Rako said, I'm gonna head off here. Yes, you have something to do. So I didn't chat much. You chat a lot. Thank you very much for spending some time here. I think I will make a break also. This was another test to increase the stream. Maybe later. The night is still young. I'll make the next part of it to prepare another cup of coffee. Thank you very much, Dan Raku, for spending some time here. Have a wonderful Saturday, beautiful Sunday. And until the next orbit, yes, thank you. Bye-bye. So I say bye-bye to Stinky at the moment also. Probably later I will come back. Yes, okay, bye-bye. And to the other person, I don't know who this is, thank you very much for watching. And enjoy your evening. 1, 2, 3, and off.